The college is tailor-made for boys. We are experts at scaffolding the confidence, the competence, and I think the habits of excellence that not only build the values and purpose in their lives, but train them in body, mind, and character to be young men who will go out into the world and make a difference.
I think St. John's is probably one of the most special places you'll ever encounter, and that speciality is essentially something that you only find out the moment in which you actually step into it.
St. John's is well known for its academic excellence. We teach the boys to take ownership of their own education. We teach them to take responsibility. We teach them to think independently for themselves.
And one of the recipes to our success is that we focus on smaller groups of boys.
And I think that really helps you to develop a relationship with your teacher.
They know they can trust their teachers. The experts that St. John's employs gives them that sense of trust.
They have a genuine love to develop and nurture young men who are going to fly out into the world like eagles.
We have a fantastic academic support faculty as well, and so the boys feel supported and there's a sense of comfort.
Sport at St. John's is a wonderful opportunity for boys not only to engage in teams, but also to develop their own personal sense of belonging, an opportunity for them to really take their skills and develop them.
They learn a huge amount about their own characters, and for that reason we insist that all boys participate in team sports.
The life skills that are learned through sport, through winning and losing, sharing that with a teammate, and the importance of the dedication, once making a commitment and seeing that through.
There are 7 team sports they can participate in.
Some of the sports are basketball, cricket, water polo and rowing. And individual sports, they can choose from golf, swimming and tennis. Winter sports, they can choose between rugby and hockey, the individual sport being squash. When we come back after our August holidays, a season of athletics and soccer.
We have a number of facilities for sports around St. John's campus, ranging from indoor cricket centre and cricket fields, brand new aquatic centre which caters for swimming and water polo, a number of rugby fields across the campus, tennis courts, basketball courts, hockey astroturf, and an amazing indoor squash centre, as well as a fully functioning high performance centre.
Once a boy puts a jersey on, water polo cap, a basketball vest, he becomes a different animal because it's his school. As we always try to say, you've got to play for who you love behind you, not for who you hate in front of you. And I think they do that. It's a very unique place for a boy to be in.
If you think about boarding in the traditional model, we are far from that. We are a very caring, a very nurturing environment within each boarding house.
It's really, really important that boys get cared for. And so we deliberately create a number of pathways for each boy.
So in the pastoral care team, we have the housemasters, of course, one heading up each of the 8 houses. We run a vertical tutor group system, which means that we have a staff member who oversees approximately 10 boys, and there will be 2 boys from each year group from remove all the way up to matric. So there's a great relationship between the juniors and the seniors because of that structure.
As a grade 8, it can be quite overwhelming to be in such a reputable school, such a big school, but just having someone to tell you what's what and who's who just really helps in the beginning.
In the college, we employ 2 full-time psychologists, and then we have our medical sisters as well, 2 qualified medical sisters.
So it's a very, very strong pastoral system because we like looking after boys. We like seeing boys grow and develop and thrive. We also have a deliberate program to grow boys by putting them in areas where they are out of their comfort zone, which is a safe space, but nonetheless it's filled with challenges. One of these is Wilderness School.
Wilderness School is just a month out in the bush, no cell phones, no distractions.
So you had 8 boys with you for a month, and you cooked together, you cleaned together, you did everything together. And it was people I never saw myself with before, and afterwards we became best of friends.
And looking back, they see themselves quite differently and they learn a lot about themselves. It's a real time for character development.
If you ask 80% of boys in St. John's, they will say that's the best month they've had in their life.
At the centre of St. John's is our chapel, and I love what it represents in our school.
What we seek to do is to be faithful to the vision of the founding fathers, which is found in the school prayer itself, to make St. John's a home of religious discipline, sound learning and goodwill.
It's also an opportunity for us to really embed our values of lux vita caritas, the life, the light and the love of God.
The chapel is really the focal point of the school, and certainly as far as the music's concerned, it's a very, very big part of it.
The choir is growing exponentially. We now have over 120 college boys who join with their prep counterparts and produce this beautiful sacred and classical music.
We have 12 full-time music teachers on staff at St. John's College, and then we've got around 30 visiting teachers who come in on a daily basis to teach all of the instruments. Through having all of these teachers, we're basically able to offer every single instrument that's available. We have a wind band and a string orchestra. We have a symphony orchestra, 2 or 3 rock bands. We've got a big band, a jazz band. We've string quartets, clarinet ensemble, saxophone ensemble, marimba bands. So it's really the whole spectrum of things.
In many situations, people want to find a space where they can express themselves without any sort of fear of judgment in any capacity. And the cultural space within St. John's is, I think, in my opinion, the epitome of that.
We like every boy to be not only exposed, but actually experience and live out some of the cultural offering.
Everything from debating to public speaking to drama.
And we know it works because our boys who stand up to speak on various platforms can do so confidently.
What I love about St. John's is this is a home for everybody.
It's a school which prides itself on excellence, but excellence can mean various things.
For St. John's, it's cool to be smart. It's cool to be first team rugby. It's cool to be first team chess. It's really just cool to be good at what you do. And I think that really just deepens the brotherhood that runs through St. John's.
For me, it's been more of an experience than just a school.
The culture throughout the school, the brotherhood, the things that you learn that are not in the IB syllabus.
You come to St. John's to find spaces where you can be yourself, but where you can also venture into new things.
Allowing that freedom for you to be able to express yourself and allow yourself to grow is the biggest thing St. John's allows you to do.
We want young men who will carry the lux vita caritas, the light, life and love of God, not only in their hearts and in their lives, but to our community here at St. John's, to Johannesburg, and of course the world beyond our gates.